Hi, guys. Happy Friday. Welcome. Thanks for joining me. All right. I am Debra Harrison with Simply Sweet and Ink Designs. And as you hop on, please say hello. Let me know who is on here with me. Forgive me if I am a bit frazzled today. I literally just wrapped everything up for today's live. I have been working with I guess you know, a website person to move over my website to a different platform to make it all pretty easier to navigate. And after we got off our Zoom call, for some reason, my computer started acting really strange. It's like it didn't disconnect properly from the Zoom share screen. And so I spent the last couple of hours trying to troubleshoot what was going on. Turned out it messed with something with my mouse. I swapped my mouse out. Everything was perfect. So thankfully it wasn't any big deal, but I did that was a couple of hours out of my day that I had not intended to spend on some technical troubleshooting. So anyway, guys, hopefully you can hear me and see me okay. I usually like to do a quick test run to check my video and audio, and I didn't have a chance to do that. So hopefully everything's good. So I see some of you are starting to hop on, getting those notifications. Hello, Bonnie. Hello, my friend Donna. All right, so I have just some things to share with you. I wanted to share with you actually the August Sweet Creations Club, as well as I'm going to let you know what's coming in September. I have already designed September's club projects, which I normally don't design them this early, but I thought I would go on and share them with you because one of the items for the September club is actually, I think, on low inventory. And so I want to make sure that next time you place an order that you can order that one item that you need. So let me go ahead and I'm going to move my screen over, let you know what's happening. All right, so we have just a real quick recap. Don't forget, we have the bonus days happening in August. For every $50 increment that you spend in the online store at stampinup.com, you will earn a $5 coupon that you can spend. You can redeem it in August. Now, remember that coupon code is being emailed to you. So once you get it, save that email. Better yet, take a screenshot of it, picture something so that you don't lose that code. Also, too, there are some online exclusives. That truck bundle, don't worry, the stamp set is coming back probably in just maybe a few days, sometime next week. So you can look forward to that returning if you didn't get a chance to get it when it first came out. It is coming. I hope to play with it this weekend. Now, and also, too, there's stuff in the clearance rack, too. So make sure and check that out. All right, so for August, I did post yesterday a video of the sneak peeks, and these are the projects for the August Sweet Creations Club. Now, that is a monthly subscription kit that you can get, and it includes the pre-cut cardstock supplies for the projects that I design, as well as about $20 in consumable products. And then, of course, there's an option for shipping, or if you're here locally in San Antonio, you can join us to craft locally or pick it up. Now, if you need it shipped, it is $39. Now, if you're interested and you're like, oh, I really want that Let's Go Shopping project kit, but you're not really sure if you want to join the club just yet, what you can do is you can reserve a 1-month subscription for $45 to have it shipped to you. That way you can try it out, see what a club kit is all about. However, when you are part of my monthly club and you remain a member for 6 consecutive months, I'm going to send you a gift valued about $25 every 6 months that you're a club member. Plus, too, there's some other little fun club perks that I throw in there for you as well. Oh, you're working on the mashup challenge. Good, because I don't think I have anybody who's participated in that mashup challenge. Remember the other week I challenged y'all to take like some different designs, mash them up into a project, and then I was going to select somebody on the 16th, I think is what the deadline was. So I guess next week on Monday, I will draw for that. So Jan, if you're the only person, you may be the winner. So if y'all want to participate, go find that post. I'll try to make sure that it's up in the featured section on my Facebook page so that you can find it much easier and participate. All right, so these are the projects. I wanted to show them to you up close. This is kind of like a little city scene with like a little dining on top. And then this one is a bookshelf book card. And then this one right here, I love this one. There are some little sequins inside that window. You can see them right there tapping around. And this too right here is a fun little card. When you open it up, it has inside A cute little pop-up right there, a little birthday sentiment. Also, too, you'll be making this really cute little treat box, kind of like a little ice cream wagon there. And you open it up, and this can be either a gift card holder. This actually is using the gift card boxes that are new with Stampin' Up. However, you can remove that section if you just want to use it as a treat box. So you have two options there. All right, so if you want to check out that club, I do have the link in the video description. You can check that out. Now, before we get started into today's project, I wanted to let you know that it was Jolene Kent who was the Prize Patrol winner for last week's share. So Jolene, I'm pretty sure I have your email address. I thought I had your mailing address, but I can't find it right away. But anyway, I'm pretty sure I have your email, so I'm not too worried. Jolene is going to win this really funky little storage device, and I was sharing with you last week. Let me show you what I use it for. I use it for storing just those really odd tools and stuff that we have, little styluses and everything. So it's a really great tool to have just on your desk or on your crafting desk for those odds and end tools that you have. So Jolene, I will be contacting you for to mail you, send that happy mail to you. All right, so for this week's share prize, which I'll draw next week, it is for the Host stamp set called Calm and Quiet. It's just really beautiful images. You can stamp them on just with black Memento ink, color them in, watercolor, a lot of beautiful options there. So if you would like a chance at winning this prize, click that share button. If you're on Facebook, there's a share button. If you are on YouTube, there's a share button. Lots of options on YouTube to share to Pinterest, your Facebook page, maybe even Instagram, all kinds of options there. So once you hit that share button, make sure that you actually type in the words shared in the comments field so that I know who shares, so I can add your name to the prize drawing. Now, you do need to live locally, you need to live in the United States in order to be able to participate in the drawing, so that I can mail it in the United States. All right, so we're going to make a really simple card today using the Le Shoppes Designer Series paper. This is a really fun set of prints that has some really cute little shops in them. And so I'm going to show you what the paper looks like. There's a lot that you can do with just the paper alone. See right here? So what I did is I just manually cut that little image out right there. But there's all kinds of cute little shops that you can just use just the paper alone and make a lot of really cute designs. And then we have some just simple patterns on the back. Then we have some more like bookstore, and we've got some other little houses and stores there. And let's see, I want to say this is another one with an art supply and a laundry mat. And then this one's just got all those cute little houses in miniature form. But this is the one that I really like. And when I first saw this, I thought, well, that's just too much going on. But what I love about it, it is perfect for creating a really nice background city scene. So that it's kind of subtle in the background, and then you can highlight an image on top of it to accent it. And then, of course, we also have some really fun little elements here. I'm using the little breakfast bowl and the little fork from that for today's card. And then this is some wonderful print pattern for pavement, your concrete pavement there. And then we have some books, some art supplies, and then just a nice little yellow scene here on the back, print on the back. All right, so in addition to that paper, like I said, you do a lot with it, and I will share with you after today's project a couple of other things, projects that I made using just the Designer Series paper to kind of get you more inspiration there. So we are using the Let's Go Shopping bundle. We really don't need so much of these images today because we're just using the paper, but it is great to have that bundle, to have the sentiments, and then too, if you're going to do those club projects, it would be helpful to be able to stamp some of those so you can complete them as I design them. And of course, when you buy the bundle, you're going to save that 10%. Now, my demonstrators out there, you know this bundle's on back order, right? I know it too. So it is actually expected back in stock around mid-August. Now, the club kit for August is going to be mailed by August 15th. So Hopefully about the time I am shipping the club kit to you, you're able to order this bundle. So we'll keep our fingers crossed that that happens and everything goes smoothly. They've actually been doing a really great job of actually getting stuff in earlier. So hopefully this bundle will be available quicker than that. Also too, I am using it is a new embossing folder. Let me see if I can put it up against something here so you can see it a little bit, maybe a little bit better. It's called Exposed Brick Embossing Folder, and it's got just a really great aged look brick finish. And so that is what I used for the card background today, just to give it a little more texture. All right, so let's go on ahead. We're going to pull in our supplies. Tomorrow at 3 o'clock Central Time, I will send you the project sheet for today's project with all the supplies that I am using, so that if there's any of those that you would like to order in my online store, you'll have all those stock numbers there ready for you, as well as a shopping link that you can order. Now, here's just a really quick reference that you can follow that just gives the basic measurements that I am using today. Not a whole lot of measurements today. It's pretty simple. So we're going to take a piece of thick basic white cardstock. This measures 4 1/4 by 11 inches. Score down the middle at 5 1/2. Really simple card base. Then we're going to take that really beautiful city scene, that really nice subtle background. This piece measures 4 by 5 1/4, and we're just going to glue it on our card front. Hello, I see more of you are hopping on. Thank you so much for joining me. Does anybody have this Let's Go Shopping bundle, or have played with any of either the bundle or the paper? We'd love to hear what you have designed with it. Okay, so now we have our layer on. Next, what I have done is I have die cut out from the Scalloped Contours dies a rectangle, just a simple rectangle. Now, if you don't have the scalloped rectangle dies, you can just go on ahead and just cut a rectangle, and it works just as well. It'll be fine. And we're going to pop that up with dimensionals. I'm just going to use regular dimensionals for this. So Donna, you have the paper. I have to tell you, the paper alone, really, you can do a lot with it. I was really surprised how when I first started working with it, I was like, oh, this is a lot of patterns and stuff. But when you really start breaking it down, I think the key to this bundle or the collection itself is to try to keep it simple. I think when you try to add too much, it can become overwhelming. But if you just work with just simple elements, I think it works beautifully. And you can do a lot with all those little houses. Okay, so I pop that up on the card front. Now, the next thing I want to do is I'm taking a piece of basic white cardstock, and this measures 2 5/8 by 3 7/8. And I'm going to emboss with my embossing folder, that exposed brick embossing folder. Let me make a little room here, bring my machine in. All right, so if you have the Stampin' Cut Emboss machine, you're going to need plate 1 and 4 to use this 3D embossing folder, because it is a thick folder. So I'm going to put this inside. Now, a little tip, if you notice on the front of the embossing folder, there is a line. I always like to, on something that needs to be really straight, like these bricks, I always like to use where my line is on the bottom. And then I will just line up my piece right to that embossing line. Let me move that over so you can see that a little bit better. And then that helps for me to keep my image straight. Now, some embossing folders, it doesn't matter, but some, they have one because they're kind of linear, and you want to keep that line nice and straight. Okay. So I'm going to pop that out. So we can choose from either side. One is more subtle than the other. I'm going to use this side, and I'm just going to glue it right here on top of my rectangle. Okay, let's go ahead and just put that there. Now, what we're going to do is I have already cut out from the designer series paper. I have cut out our little diner shop, our breakfast bowl and our fork. So here I am just gonna pop these up with some dimensionals. Now, if you notice, I kind of had the diner hanging off to the edge. So I want to keep that in mind when I am placing my dimensionals, that I don't put my dimensionals too far over. Okay, so we're just gonna have that off the edge there. Then I'm going to put my bowl on. Now my bowl, I'm gonna have overlap a little bit onto my diner. So I want my dimensionals to be more on the right edge. And so I'm just going to put a couple of dimensionals over here. Now you can, if you want to, you can take a little bit of liquid glue if you want to adhere that, but it's holding well enough. And then I want to take some mini dimensionals for my fork. Now for my fork, I'm going to take two, just one here at the handle and one on the actual fork, the tines. And then I'm going to have it just kind of hanging off right there. Then there's two more things that I want to do. I'm going to do a little bit of stamping. And so I'm going to take the Let's Get Together. Now here I did Wish You Were Here. This time I'm going to put Let's Get Together. Let's get together and have some brunch. Let me see if I can find. I'm going to do this. I'm going to take, what I did is I die cut out from the Stylish Shapes dies, just a narrow banner label. If you don't have the Stylish Shapes dies, just cut a narrow rectangle and that will work just as well. So we got some options there. And I'm going to stamp on the left edge or the left end of my banner. And now I am not going to need all of this. I only need part of that. And so I'm going to snip off right here, just cut off what I don't need, and then we're going to glue the rest down. Going to put that right over the brick. Now here's something that I'm going to do is I'm going to take the loose silver sequins, and these you can use in the shaker card like I did for the club project, or you can take and just add them as little sparkle to your projects. And so I'm just going to take a tiny bit of glue, and believe me, you want just a little dot, and my glue decided to stick up. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and dot there, a little dot there. You probably can't even see them. They're so small. And then I'm going to take the gummy part of my Take Your Pick tool to grab these little sequins and pick them up from my container. And then one more right there. Okay, so what that does is that is just going to add a little bit of sparkle to my card. Now I'm going to share with you a couple of other projects that I made with the designer series paper alone. Use, of course, adding some other elements, but without using any of the building images from the stamp set. Now I took from the designer series paper, I took this part of the little sweet shop. Now this was actually, let me see if I can find it for you right here. It was actually, and it's not on that paper. It was actually part of a piece. It wasn't a full piece. And so I don't know if I cut it off when I was, preparing some stuff, but I took where I just only did part of the shop, cut it kind of down, and then I cut out some of those fun little sweet elements. Again, I used that really pretty blue background and then the brick embossing folder. Now here I did some sequins and I got a little brave, and I didn't want to be brave today to color this because I think I would be too shaky and alive. But what I did is I took the Flirty Flamingo Stampin' Blends, and I very, very carefully, after my glue dried for my sequins, I just dabbed on top the color so that I could color in those sequins and bring out that color so that it coordinates with my card and add a little bit more accent to it. Now, for those who, I know several of you here play Bunko with us. So for those who are playing Bunko, the projects for Bunko are also using the designer series paper. And so this is one of the projects using another one of the houses. I did die cut out for them a little bench to go with it. And then also too, we have this really cute little treat box. Now for the treat box, it does come off the top. And I did find these really yummy lemon hostess cakes at Walmart. But I thought since it is a like storefront that it needed to open like a store. So I have here a little window. And so just a fun little project there. So I did mean to tell you, and I told you I was going to share with you I shared with you the August Sweet Creations Club, but I also wanted to share with you the September one because there is a punch. It is going to be featuring the Layering Leaves stamp set. Now that's not a problem. It's available, but the bow punch is not, or the bow punch. I don't know how you say that. So let me show you the products. Oh, I don't know where my Layering Leaves is. All right, I don't know where my Layering Leaves stamp set is. It's floating around here somewhere. But this bow punch is what you need to be concerned about. If you don't already have this punch, you want to make sure that you go ahead and order it while it's still available. I'm sure they're going to restock because it's in the annual catalog. But if you want to make sure and have it in time for the September club kit, then you want to go ahead and put it on your next order. So that's the reason I'm sharing it with you now. And so it is going to make a really fun card box where you've got just a little insert here, little pocket. You got a little pocket for stuff here. And usually I make 4 cards, but this time you're going to make 6 just simple cards. You're going to make 2 each of 3 designs. So, and it's using the Masterfully Made Designer Series paper. Just to highlight, not a whole lot you need to add to this because the paper alone is just beautiful. And then again, we're going to make it with another one. And with that Layering Leaves, those sentiments are amazing. If you have seen that stamp set, you know what I'm talking about. Beautiful sentiments. I try to make it to where you could put the sentiments on any of these labels and they will work beautifully. And then also too, you have another 3rd set of cards for all 6 cards there. And then your envelopes, you can decorate the envelopes with that really pretty Designer Series paper. So anyway, this is just a really, really early sneak peek of the September Sweet Creations Club kit. So you already know what August is, you know what September is. So if you would like to join the club, you can subscribe. If you want to get the Let's Go Shopping kit, that subscription window is open till August 5th. All right, guys. So I want to say goodbye to you. I'm going to check your comments real quickly before I take off and see. Okay. All right, guys, thanks. It's so great to see y'all and join me for a little bit of crafting today, just to kind of kick off our weekend, right? So guys, I will be back next Friday with another fun project for you. So guys, y'all take care and you'll have a great weekend. Bye, guys.